Hello everybody, welcome back. Today we're going to be playing another Empire game. Oh, I guess I shouldn't have left that up there. It's kind of a spoiler about the previous game. But do check it out. It was a fun game. I show how to beat the Gorbel spam, Gorbel plus 4 pots army from Beastmen. And it can be beaten. I know a lot of people don't like potions and they think it's cheesy or difficult to beat. I personally don't mind that much. I do think they're a little undercosted. I definitely agree that they should be at least 200 gold each. I think would be a fair price. But I think it's definitely beatable, for sure. So check out the last video. I think it's Empire number 4. So this is going to be number 5. But check out number 4 if you want to see how to beat hero spam with potions. I think that was a pretty good lineup for it. So I am trying out Empire more. I know we have lots of Empire fans on the channel. Empire, I think, is the second most popular legendary campaign that I have going on. It's very diverse. It's a ton of fun. I think people just in general in a lot of fantasy games love just the human faction. Just being able to relate with them and just seeing kind of the cool innovation that they have, the history, how it relates with, medieval warfare a lot of time and war and stuff like that. I think it's fun. I do have a friend that's like, oh, why, you're playing a fantasy game, why would you play humans? But I think there's a lot of allure to it. World of Warcraft, I know humans were really popular there too. That was perhaps for balancing reasons back in vanilla with the different traits that they got. But anyways, we're going to be doing some more humans today, some Empire. I think they're extremely strong. As I've said in previous videos, I think probably either Empire or Greenskins are the strongest in this patch. This is patch 1.2. So we'll see. I don't think they're oppressively strong where they can't be beaten. I just think that they have a lot of tools at their disposal, and if you're decent at micromanaging, then they have a lot of good things for you. So they have a nice air game, they have a nice artillery game. They really don't have a weakness. Like, they aren't the best at any single position, but all of their units in combination with each other can make them very formidable. So the Dwarfs probably have a better artillery game, Greenskins have a better melee game on the line. I'm not really sure. Beastmen probably have a better artillery game, potentially better on the line. I think every faction is viable against every other faction, in all honesty, but a lot of the top players do play Empire, and I just feel like there's a lot of versatility to Empire. And I like Greenskins as well. The Greenskins, their only major weakness that annoys the daylights out of me if you've watched any of my Greenskins campaign is they don't have a good anti-air game. Or maybe the way I'm building them is not good anti-air. I need to build more air boys. They just don't have very good missile units. Doom Divers are great, but it's really hard to protect them because they can just fly in with their lord and harass the Doom Divers. Okay, so we'll see if we get a match. It took a little bit in the last to get the last game matched up correctly. But it looks like there's a decent chunk of people on right now. I mean, there's at least probably a couple hundred. This is a much smaller pool of players than something like League of Legends. So sometimes it can take a little bit to get a game. Usually not that long, though. So we'll see. I don't recognize any of those names. It looks like it kind of wants to get us in a game. It keeps flashing. So we'll see. There aren't that many people on right now, honestly. I really wish they would build up the multiplayer gameplay a little bit. Just add in at least a stats feature so you could check your stats with different factions and lords and things like that. It doesn't have to go too in depth. Just even something as simple as a Warcraft 3 type of setup from early 2000s where you could just see how many wins you have, your percentage win with different factions. And maybe you get a little avatar or something that shows up in your game for whichever faction you have the most wins with or something like that. I think that would be pretty fun. And I mean, the technology for that was from 2003, right? So I don't think it would be that hard to implement that into this game. But we'll see. I want to do one more Empire one, and then I'm going to go in and do some Empire campaign work, and then I probably have to go work on my syllabus a little bit more for classes that are coming up next week. But I do want to make sure that I keep the campaign content coming. I know it's been a couple days since I've done some of the factions. Okay, let's see here. I want to try this anti-dwarf that I've got here. we'll see. So I have 3 cannons. Cannons are very good against dwarves. Now, if they just run... I did have someone who ran a pretty good dwarf build against me, which was like just a ton of cannons. And he had like 5 artillery pieces or something, and then just stuff to protect it. And that was actually pretty useful because my army ran very slowly, so I didn't have a lot of cavalry, and he had 2 groups of slayers to help against cavalry. But we'll try this out. So we're just running 3 cannons. We just want to make sure we get artillery superiority, or at least try to. Cannons are very good against dwarves because they can't get across the battlefield very quickly, and things like their quarrelers and their thunders are susceptible to cannon fire. So we're just going to do that. We've got 3 handgunners and Net of Amanthok in case they try to go for gyrocopter spam. This should be enough to finish the lineup, especially with these Empire captains and the general, because they're both very, very tanky. So this should be enough to clean them up, I think. Well, let's go ahead and get it done. I like that. That's pretty fun. I do like Total War Warhammer a lot. I think their PR has definitely had some problems with this release, with the whole Chaos debacle. I mean, I understand they need to make some money with Chaos, and I don't mind paying $5 for the Chaos for $7 or whatever it was. I mean, I just pre-ordered it. Like, I think it's good to have a pre-order incentive. The problem is it just comes off as money grabbing, and it just hurts your brand so much. So I get it, and I don't mind paying it, but I just think that people just feel very entitled these days to get everything all at once, and they don't want to pay anything extra for anything. I mean, I'm a cheap person. You know, I can appreciate that. My wife and I, we did our rehearsal dinner at a pizza buffet. It was $6 a person. So, trust me, I understand cheap. And I don't mind paying for DLC for a quality game, but there's a lot of people out there that do, and I think it's just done too much damage to their brand than it was worth. Now, maybe you don't want those kind of people playing your game, right? Like, because they're just going to jump ship and just complain about stuff all the time. But, I don't know. Let's see, let me get these together. I don't remember where I was going with that, honestly. But, I think it is a really good game. I just wish they'd managed the PR a little bit better, just so we could get more people that play the game. So that I think there are quite a few people that play the game. Just the multiplayer is very underdeveloped.
Captain of the Empire.
Okay, so what do we want? I think we want cannons up front. Let's just put them right here. And we do want to spread them out. Now, am I close enough to hit them right off the start? Maybe. If they're probably going to take this hill. They might take that hill over there. I think spread out the cannons.
Great cannon.
Maybe put one over here. Spread out the cannons. We'll put the infantry and the handgunners in the back. Put the wizard and the air force in the back. And then we'll just kind of see what they have. Yeah, fire into them. Now, do they have any artillery? I don't see any artillery. So this is actually going to be pretty sweet. Alright, so fire into them. And then I'm going to run up here with the Net of Amanthok ASAP. Form up these guys. I'm going to go ahead and put them on skirmish mode. Now I want to hit these quarrelers, is what I want to hit. So I want everyone to aim for the quarrelers. Now what do they have? Long beards. Long beards. Now a single net should be okay. I don't need to overcast it. We'll go ahead and pop this. Yeah, I took a hit there, so I need. Oh, I'm taking hits from their range units. I need to get over here. Let's go. I think I just clicked too much, and I just need to be patient. Just wait when I give a command. So now he's going to have to give his command to run again.
Moving out.
Need to not be in the way of those cannons, though. This is kind of right in the fire range. I should be able to fire past me, I think. Let's see. Let's aim for these now.
Fire! That is an order. Illumination upon them.
God, I would be so annoyed if I was him right now. Like, I really would. I should have overcasted it probably just to hold him even longer that time. I probably should have overcasted it.
Very well. Sigmar commands. Red cannon. Crew to cannons. We obey. Hand gunners.
Oh my god. I mean, I am using all my magic on it, but we're getting so many extra shots in here. Is that a Thane? That's a Thane, so I want to get this Runesmith. Let's charge him up. If he just wants to come up here and get rowdy with us, we can charge him. It's fine. More of these long beams.
Yes, sir. That's an order. Moving ready. High order stand. Hand gunners. Fire! Fire! This is my command. Yes, General. Vanish. Battle awaits! I am prepared! Away! Go! For the twin-tailed comet! Ready! To arms! Hand gunners! Take position! We are Sigmar's heirs! Swordsman! Yes, General! Sir, we obey! Obey! Over faster! Sir! The Empire endures! Ready for war!
Nah, I really don't care about that Thane.
Hand gunners! For the Empire! Moving!
Run over here and try to see if I can knock that guy out.
Hand gunners!
Thane can just do whatever he wants, it's fine.
Ready for war! The Empire endures! For the Emperor! For the twin-tailed comet! See to it! For the Emperor! Sigmar calls! Our weapons are yours! Sir! Take the ground! Sigmar calls! Whoa!
I think we got that Runesmith there over there. Alright, now let's put one of these into those gunners. Put one of them into these gunners. And fire into them.
Great swords! To battle! Sigmar guides us! Yes, General! Ready! Sigmar calls! I order stand! Sigmar! For Heldenhammer! Very well! I command here!
Oh, let's go ahead and pick them up.
For the Emperor! Understood!
So let's go right here.
Hand gunners! Under
Focus them out. Go ahead and charge them in the back. Do we need to net them? I don't think we need to net them. Let's go ahead and just overcast one of these. Can we? Do we not have enough? I cannot afford overcast. Is that just single? No, it is all allies. Okay, it's still pretty good.
Missiles will fly! In range! It will be done! Wise counsel! Captain of the Empire! Let us go! We are Sigma's heirs! Olivia, guide us! For front! Yes, General! I'm Marina, listen! For the Emperor! For the Empire! Let us go! Ready! Charge! Agreed! Soldiers!
Alright, let's get in here, clean this up.
Very well! Yes, on my command!
Good, clean that up.
By noon, ready!
This guy's, I don't know what he's doing. Yeah, what are these units? Yeah, let's just fire on those, I guess, just the retreating things. We don't really need the cannons anymore.
For the Emperor! See to it! Great swords! Understood! Sigma calls! Move it! Take position! To battle! Very well!
Yeah, just want him surrounded by the great swords. It's fine.
Yes, General! Yes!
He's totally forgotten about this Thane over here. Just fire into him.
Defend our home!
Or has he?
The Empire
We
endures!
can fire him up.
Moving out!
Tell you what, let's just go aim for him. I'm gonna have to wheel around a little bit, but
Sir! Obey!
he's basically done. Who is this? Ungrim?
Fight them!
It's fine.
Soldiers of the Empire! For the Emperor! See
Yeah.
to it!
So, Net of Amenthok, ladies and gentlemen.
Detachment, Kessa! Quickly!
Now, he didn't have any artillery.
We are ready! Sir!
I kind of feel dirty about that game. Okay, thank goodness that one gave me a decisive victory. I kind of feel sorry for the poor guy on that one. I mean, he went for the old triple Thane with potions, runesmiths. Once again, the 4 hero, 3 pots each, very counterable. Just ignore them. Like, that's how you do it. Just ignore them. I mean, I just had like just 1 unit of stuff. Just tie them up for a little bit, and you can ignore them. And so I was able to, yeah, just tie them up with that Net of Amenthok for like forever. Just open season with these cannons. Like, artillery is so good against dwarves. It's so good. And these handgunners were pretty good too. I mean, they didn't get a ton of kills. Now, I should have probably brought them up a little bit closer because he had his infantry up closer. I didn't want to get shot by his thunderers. But because he had his infantry in front and everything was netted together, I could have had a lot more rounds with the handgunners and then run away. So I think that was a mistake. I probably should have been flying these lords around on his sides as well, just to kind of freak him out, and I could just like swoop in and attack some of his units while he was netted. So I could have microed that a little bit better to get even more harassment in there. And the great swords did pretty well. I mean, to be honest, most things were dead by the time the great swords got in there. They're just sitting there fighting Thanes most of the time. But there just really is not a ton he can do about this light wizard with the Net of Amenthok. Or Amenthok, I guess. But yeah, definitely pretty good. And I mean, he had a solid composition. Pretty good. He had a good gameplay. It was Longbeards, 3 Thunders. I still like running gyrocopters, but I had hand cannons ready for that. So I'm not really sure. Yeah, I mean, I barely got scratched on anything. I think you have to run more artillery. It's the dwarves. You have to. Like, you can't be the one who has to run across the field. Because if he had like 5 artillery pieces or something against me, then I could have, I would have to go to him. And I can do that, but I'm going to lose a lot of units doing that. So I think just having like 5 artillery pieces, this is what worked against me. It's not a video that's on the channel. It wasn't a great game. I got stomped as Empire when I was still kind of learning it, but this guy had a Master Engineer and I think 5 artillery pieces. I think he had 3 cannons and 2 grudge throwers. And it was just so hard to get to him. It was so hard. I mean, I almost was able to get to him and beat him. I mean, you're opening yourself up, if you do that, to being extremely vulnerable to cavalry or to any vortex spells, potentially. But you have to have some answer if you're playing against Empire to this net plus artillery. And I think he just didn't have the answer for it. This is really strong. I mean, I may need to integrate more of this into my non-dwarf gameplay. Because I could see this even being super useful against greenskins, right? So if they clump all their infantry up and they're running at you, just group them up, gun them down. Like, a very strong combination. So, we'll see. That's going to be it for this episode. Thank you very much. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I think this strategy is super powerful. I'm not sure if it has... I mean, it's just really hard for the dwarves to beat this. Like, the only thing they can do, I think, is just get a ton of artillery. Just get, like, 5 pieces and try to get into range to where you can shoot their infantry. That's why I started back a little bit with my infantry, so that he would have to shoot at my great cannons. And I was just hoping that maybe he would have, like, 2 cannons or something, and I could just, like, outshoot him. But yeah, you can't walk across the battlefield with dwarves. It can't happen. You have to have artillery superiority. You have to make them walk to you. And I honestly don't know how you protect, like, okay, I don't know. I'd have to try to remember what that guy had. I know he had a couple of Slayers, and just some Dwarf Warriors, and like a couple of Thanes or something like that. And he had a Master Engineer, and just a lot of artillery. And it was really hard. Like, I had to run through the woods to try to get to him, and I had some cavalry. Like, I had 2 demigriffs in that build, but they just get mowed down because he had a lot of thunderers also. So I think you just have to play the micro game, use the thunderers, try to hold the line, and just gun them down when they're trying to come at you with that Master Engineer. But that's going to be it for this episode. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, check out the other episodes. I have quite a few Empire. I think this is episode number 5, I think. So we have a lot of that. I'm going to do some more. I think they're a lot of fun, very powerful, and I'm pretty sure we have a lot of Empire fans here on this channel. Like I said, 'cause the Legendary campaign is very popular, the Empire one. Speaking of which, if you haven't checked that out, go check that out. If you like Empire, we have a Legendary campaign, no exploits, no auto-resolve abuse, none of that. It's a lot of fun. And lots of deep strategy. Like, I explain all of my decisions in this as I play as much as possible. I do the same thing in the campaign. I explain what I'm doing so that you can apply it to your own campaign and have a better experience yourself. So this isn't about showing off, oh, look at me, I can win these multiplayer battles, or look at me, I can win Legendary. It's about teaching you how to become a better player and get more enjoyment for yourself when you play the game. And also providing entertainment. So I am whatever, my ego is very far down the totem pole, right? And if you want me to play a specific faction or try a specific strategy out, just let me know. I had someone earlier today that's like, hey man, I really enjoyed your Alistar game for League of Legends, would you mind playing some more Alistar? And I said, yes sir, absolutely, and I've made 5 Alistar games today. So I'm very open to feedback from people. Just let me know what you want to see and I'll give it to you, if it's within reason, right? But yeah, check out the Legendary campaigns, check out the other quick battles if you are familiar with League of Legends, or I'm sure most people have heard about it, but you want to try to see a different kind of League of Legends game, go watch mine. I play support every game. I don't remember if I said it at the end of last video or at the beginning of this one. I think it was the end of the last video. It's all kind of blurring together. But I play support every game, try to get to diamonds. Kind of caught in low platinum now, but I think we're learning. We're definitely making some progress. It is... You're kind of in it for the long haul if you're supporting without a dedicated duo. You can definitely win a lot, and I've almost gotten diamond several seasons by not having a dedicated duo. I mean, I've been platinum 1 this season. I just fell precipitously and then quit for a couple of months and then came back. But do check that out. It's a lot of fun, a lot of deep level analysis there. If you like strategy gaming, you'll probably enjoy the way that I broadcast that League of Legends. So do check it out. It's very interesting. And that's going to be it for this video. Thank you very much. It's always a pleasure broadcasting for you. And I look forward to seeing you next time. Have a wonderful evening.